Good afternoon, and thank you for giving me this opportunity to make this TED Talk. My name is Te Yin. Today, we will explore a revolutionary development in biology. What will cultured meat bring us? When I was in my English class a few weeks ago, I saw this image that says, "Have you ever thought of hamburgers as contributors to climate change?" Honestly, I hadn't thought about them. How can hamburgers, a typical popular food, influence the climate? Then we watched another TED Talk about the hidden cost of a hamburger, and it really shocked me. We all know that animal agriculture enables us to produce the meat we eat, but it has become the major cause of climate change. To get 1 calorie of chicken flesh, we should spend 9 calories of feed, which means 9 times land, 9 times water, and 9 times of crops. It not only requires vast resources, but also generates huge amounts of greenhouse gases. What's worse, these resources need to be transported and stored, which causes extra pollution and resources waste. It is really sad to hear hamburgers, my favorite food, cause so much environmental damage. So should we just ban hamburgers? Should we just say, go vegan, stop eating meat, stop consuming animal products? In fact, animal experts and environmental activists have been begging the public to eat less meat. But guess what? The meat production over the past 15 years has been increasing and increasing. Some people are advocating for people to eat plant-based meat, but if you ever tried it, you'll find it not as same as the real meat. We all know it is hard to change a person's diet. For example, although I can eat nice meat in Singapore, I'll still eat Chinese food. So what will happen to most of us if someone forces us to replace our usual meat with beans, avocados, and nuts? I believe no one wants to eat that burger with wildlife and animals. What we want to find is a new burger that no one can tell the difference between it and a real burger. So now we have a better approach. It is the cultured meat. Let's get meat directly from livestock and wildlife. Let's just feed the cell and get what we want. So to put it briefly, cultured meat is a form of cellular agriculture where meat is produced by culturing animal cells in vitro using tissue engineering technology. They have so many synonyms like cultivated meat, synthetic meat, artificial meat, but to put it briefly, cultured meat is where we get only cells from the animals and cultivated it to produce real meat. The process all begins with cell collection, which a sample of stem cells is extracted from livestock without slaughtering them. Then the cells are cultured in a controlled environment to grow, mostly in cultured medium filled with nutrients, vitamins, and minerals. The cells are further expanded in a bioreactor. After differentiating, the muscle tissue is constructed through 3D biology printing techniques. Ultimately, it forms the meat we usually eat. As we can see, when livestock goes directly to meat products, although the process seems very simple and costs low money, it causes pollution, overuse of resources, and animal welfare loss, and so on. However, the entire cycle of producing cultured meat is more effectively change this problem. All step of produce is in a safe laboratory, thus reducing the pollution. So what else advantages will cultured meat bring us? First, few resources are overused. Traditional livestock farming significantly contributes to deforestation, water pollution, and greenhouse gases emissions. Cultured meat, however, requires much less land, water, and energy. Second, it has ethical and animal welfare benefits. Cows and pigs and chickens will no longer spend their whole life on a crowded farm and get slaughtered after they're grown up. Wildlife will have less chance to get endangered because of humans consuming them. So imagine if people had the technology of cultured meat back in the 17th century. The dodo bird might not have died out because many people are eating them. What is even more interesting is that humans can try out new varieties of meat without harming the animals and violating the ethics. In fact, a company in Europe is trying to develop cultured lion burgers using lion cells to make real lion meat. I guarantee no lion is hurted in this experiment. Third, it is beneficial to the global health. 9 times of calories also means 9 times of antibiotics. Have you remembered that if you get sick or get some infections, the doctor may put you on a course on antibiotics for about 5 days or let's say a week? But these farm animals, the guy, are fed antibiotics for their entire lives. Why? As these antibiotics are being used to enhance their growth and prevent them from getting sick, the bacteria will become stronger and stronger to survive under these severe conditions. Cultured meat, however, can be grown in sterile environments, which means non-bacteria, thus reducing the rate of contamination with pathogens including bacteria, viruses, and parasites. It can be present in the traditional meat production chain. Another benefit is to improve economic sustainability and food safety. Some of you may have heard that the first restaurant offering cultured chicken meat is licensed by Singapore Food Agency in 2022, located in JTC Food Center. You may want to try it. And you may wonder why Singapore actively promotes cultured meat. I'm also very curious, and this is also the inspiration of my extended essay. So I did some research and find the reason is that Singapore is a really small country with tiny farms and scarce agricultural resources. About 90% of the meat we eat every day is from overseas countries. This makes Singapore really dependent on imported food, especially during COVID-19. Therefore, the development of cultured meat can someday enable Singapore to self-produce meat. Cultured meat is not far away from us, and it is already affecting our lives. So now, we already find a better alternative. A research team made an eco-friendly burger. How much do you think it might cost? Would anybody want to put their hands and take a guess? Yes, please? $100? Oh, too low. Be brave. So you can guess higher numbers. Yes? 20,000 close, but guess what? It is $300,000. You cannot get it at McDonald's. I was shocked when I heard this. I thought I would get it in KFC. So I put it on my TOK exhibition board, this green board, to ask visitors if they would like to try it. Surprisingly, even though most people know this cultured meat, they were still willing to try this eco-friendly burger, which makes me feel really advanced thinking of Singaporeans, of Dutch people, and gives me more confidence in the future development of cultured meat. So to bring this burger to everyone, we need scientists to research, we need firms to innovate, we need government to invest, and we also need you to be aware of this brand new environmental-friendly products. Along with the process of science and technology, our culture and awareness should also progress. So what does the cultured meat bring to us? It brings a home where animals are no longer slaughtered. It brings a more beautiful earth with less pollution. It allows the future of humanity to thrive. Thank you.